Hello, everyone. Welcome to the course Principles and Applications of Mechatronic Systems. I'm your lecturer, Leon Wang Rui. Today we look at Chapter 4 Servo Control Technology, Electrical Wiring of AC Magnet Synchronous Servo Motor Driver. Servo motors are widely used in modern automation equipment. Correct electrical wiring is the basis for normal and efficient operation of motors. The electrical wiring of AC synchronous servo motor can be divided into 4 types: high voltage wire, control wire, communication wire, and encoder wire. Next, we will explain these 4 types of wiring in detail one by one. 1. High voltage wire. Main power input. There are 3-phase 380 volts and single-phase 220 volts. The 3-phase terminals are L1, L2, and L3, and the single-phase terminals are L1 or L2. When wiring, you must choose the corresponding wiring method according to the voltage information on motor nameplate to ensure that the motor gets the appropriate power supply voltage. Grounding protection. The PE terminal must be grounded separately and connected firmly to the protective grounding terminal of the control cabinet. The grounding resistance must be less than or equal to 10 ohms. This measure is mainly to prevent the risk of leakage of electricity and ensure the safety of personnel and equipment. In practical operation, special attention must be paid to the reliability and standardization of grounding. Motor power line. UVW, the driver output terminal, UVW, is connected to the corresponding phase line of the motor, and the phase sequence must be consistent. Otherwise, the motor may reverse or report an error, which will affect normal use. Meanwhile, the shielding layer of the power wire needs to be reliably connected to the driver grounding terminal through a metal clamp to reduce electromagnetic interference and ensure the stability of motor operation. Braking resistor, optional when the motor drags a large inertial load. An external braking resistor is usually required. The braking resistor should be connected to the PD plus or PD minus terminal of the driver, and its power needs to be matched according to the manual specifications. For example, select 50 ohms for common 400 watts. 2. Control wire. Digital input. DI here are a few main functional terminals. The first is SON, servo enable, where a high-level signal is input to it. The motor is in the enabled state and can execute instructions. Then there's reset, alarm reset. An input low level can trigger a fault clear. There is also pulse sign terminal, pulse sign, which supports differential or open collector signals. The pulse frequency can reach up to 1 MHz, which is the control signal of the motor. Digital output, do their mainly ready, servo ready, and alarm output. When the driver is fault-free, the ready terminal will output high level. When a fault occurs, the alarm terminal will trigger a low-level signal to inform the operator of the operating status of the equipment in time. Analog command. In the motor speed or torque mode, a plus or minus 10 volts analog signal can be input through the analog input terminal to adjust the motor speed or torque. 3. Communication wire. Different brands and models of servo driver may support different communication protocols. The following are several common communication protocols and their wiring specifications. EtherCAT bus. Use the RJ45 interface to connect the controller. Its advantage is that it supports 125 microsecond synchronization cycle, which is suitable for multi-axis interpolation control scenarios. When wiring, Cat6 twisted pair cable needs to be used, and the terminal node should enable 120 ohms terminal resistor to ensure the stability and reliability of communication. Can open or can wait. Connected through CA and H or canal terminals. Its baud rate can be set according to actual needs, with common options being 1M and 500K baud rates. This communication protocol is widely used in some moderately complex control systems. Modbus protocol, connected through 485 terminals. The station number and communication protocol need to be correctly configured when using it. It is more suitable for simple command control occasions. 4. Encoder wire. Absolute value encoder wiring include 5 volts power supply, differential signal, and battery power supply lines. The battery line is used for multi-turn position memory, and generally the battery is integrated inside the driver. Wiring precautions. The encoder wire needs to be routed separately and away from the power line and high-frequency interference source. Meanwhile, a shielded twisted pair cable should be used. Both ends of the shielding layer are grounded. It can maximize the stability of the signal and improve the accuracy of encoder feedback. High-resolution support. Take Innovant's MS1 series motor as an example. It uses a 23-bit absolute value encoder with a resolution of up to 0.007 degree and supports micro-stepping drive technology, which can further improve accuracy and meet the requirements of high-precision control. 5. Wiring diagram. To let you understand the electrical wiring mode of AC synchronous servo motor more intuitively, we take Innovant's SV630P, a series servo driver, as an example to understand its wiring diagram, including the typical wiring diagram of its position mode control, torque, or speed mode control. Through these drawings, you can better combine the theoretical knowledge you've learned before with practical wiring operations and deepen your understanding of the functions and wiring methods of each terminal in different modes. 6. Summary. After learning the electrical wiring of AC magnet synchronous servo motor, we've gained comprehensive understanding of all kinds of wiring. High voltage wire should be connected to the main power supply according to the voltage of the motor nameplate, grounded separately, and the grounding resistance reaches the standard. The power wire should have consistent phase sequence and shielded grounding. When in large inertial load, the braking resistor should be connected according to the specifications. The digital input terminal of control wire has functions such as servo enable, alarm reset, pulse or sign, etc. The digital output terminal has status feedback such as servo ready and alarm output. It can input plus or minus 10 volts analog signals in speed or torque mode. Communication wire supports different protocols depending on servo driver brands and models. For example, the RJ45 interface for EtherCAT bus has specific specifications. Can open or can link uses CA&H or canal terminals to connect and needs to set the baud rate. RS485 Modbus is connected through the 485 terminal and needs to configure the station number and protocol. The encoder wire includes the power supply, signal, and battery wire of the absolute value encoder. It needs to be routed separately and away from the interference source. It uses a shielded twisted pair, and both ends of the shielding layer are grounded. For example, the MS1 series motor encoder has high resolution and micro-stepping drive technology to improve accuracy. That concludes this lesson. Thank you for listening. See you next time.